What is a legal marriage? Legal marriages, these are marriages that are accepted in our status quo. For legal marriages to be there, those are the marriages given in churches, those mosques, and even courts. So dearest panel, as the motion is stated, we are making premarital counseling a prerequisite for reasons. Number one, what kind of problems do you have in our status quo? We're having problems like family negligences. We're having problems like family negligences, poor parenting, presence of very many young couples who are neglecting their own duties as couples, toxic young couples that are filled with a lot of toxicity that they cannot take care of their own children, and we're trying to we're finding it normal, couples that are finding it normal to quarrel in front of their own kids, not in the back to make the matters worse. So dearest panel, why is it urgent as we team our farmers? Why do we see the urgency of introducing the premarital counseling? Number one, we don't want to risk partners getting into marriages only to solve their problems, but we want them to get into marriages to help the status quo. Which kind of problems do they get into marriages to solve? Number one, they get into marriages to solve financial problems, social problems, cultural problems. We don't want partners to get into marriages of that. So try to look at the impact of this kind try to look at the impact of the world. The team, the gate has been trying to bring us a world whereby we don't have premarital counseling. That's where we are seeing street kids insulting to parents over quarreling at them. That's where we are seeing narcissistic parenting, whereby parents care only about their feelings, not on their children. That's where we are seeing bad habits in children, whereby the children cannot even be groomed by both parents, but only parents only think about themselves. That's where we are seeing the bad influence of the parents, whereby a child sees the mother getting abused by the father, and he grows up with the thought that if I abuse my wife, nothing like that will be a problem. If I flog my wife, that won't be a problem. This is the kind of world that we are trying to put. So dearest panel, what are the components of the premarital counseling that we're trying to put up? Number one, we're putting up details on proper parenting. We are going to tell these young couples, the couples before falling into marriage, how should they parent their children. Number two, we are putting up a mother-son and father-son bonding and relationship time, so that they can know that when they are married, they should bond with their children. They should give time to their children and not only their own, not only their desires. Number three, we're trying to remember the marriage differences, the differences put up by those couples. We're trying to remove them so that the children can grow up in a sustainable and good environment. Number four, how to handle marriage issues. We're trying to teach these young couples how to handle issues, not to go and quarrel in front of their children, but instead to handle their issues in the back so that they can have a sustainable environment. So what are the benefits of our impacts? What are the benefits of the premarital counseling, dear panel? We're trying to show you that we are creating a world where kids can open up to their parents. Nowadays, kids cannot open up to their parents knowing that the parents are about quarrel. The parents can block them. The parents are narcissistic. This is the kind of world we're trying to remove. We are putting up a world whereby the parents can bond with their children. Number two, we are bringing a world where families think other than instead of divorcing. Nowadays, when families fall into quarrels, they only think of divorce. These are the kind of families we're trying to move. Number three, we're trying to create a conducive environment for our children. That is why we are told you we are bringing up the principle of obligation for future generations, creating a conducive environment for our future generations. And number four, dear panel, we're creating good citizens. Some citizens who are falling under crimes, citizens who are doing under drugs, citizens who are going under those bad influences, those children who are getting from those men. So dearest panel, if team our farmers, team the gators don't come and trust the agency of not bringing this, we shall not concede, and I stand as firm as an farmer. I rest my case.